Hey, I am Katia, and my music background, I've been DJing for like 3 years. Okay, so I'm 26 right now. I've been going to raves since I was 18, and I got really into dubstep, and I started throwing parties at my house, and then I asked my friend to teach me how to DJ, so he did. And yeah, then I got my first show like literally 3 months after I learned how to DJ, and then I've just been playing shows ever since. So I count when I started playing shows, like when I started DJing. And then producing, I just got into producing like a year ago. Um, so I don't really have anything released yet, but it's getting there.
Nice. Who would you
Yeah.
say was some of the artists that influenced you to want to start DJing?
Definitely Adventure Club. I love them. Snails
Yeah.
and Adventure Club Snails. I want to say like Alice in Wonderland,
Mm.
but like currently it would be more like Kai Wachi. I listen to him a lot. But yeah, when I first started, definitely Alice in Wonderland and Adventure
Okay.
Club.
Dope. Do you feel
Yeah.
like you'll always do dubstep or do you want to venture off into other genres?
I think I really like dubstep the most.
Mm.
So I would definitely always want to do dubstep, and I love like, headbangers and like just really hard bassy music.
Yeah.
But I do like venture out. I used to play like house sometimes. I don't really play house anymore. But I am gonna make like I think a chill set mix next.
Nice.
So it'll be like a very chill, like but still like heavy dubstep. That's just my favorite music. And like I also do like psychedelic bass too.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Is there anybody specific in your life that influenced your music and made you want to start doing it, encouraged you and stuff?
Um Actually no one like specifically. There's been a lot of people because like I said, I started going to raves when I was 18, and I just knew like a bunch of DJs. They were all my friends. And I've always just been into dubstep. I was always at like the dubstep stage, and so my friends were all dubstep DJs, and yeah, they kind of influenced that. But I feel like I always just found songs on like my own, and I would always be the influencer on my friends to get them to listen to like EDM and
Yeah.
dubstep, and then they would end up liking it.
Yeah, so how do you typically find your music to like prepare a set? Like what's your typical route to, find your songs?
I usually go to SoundCloud. I love SoundCloud, and I usually will listen to either like an artist that I love and I know that I love them, and I'll go to not their top tracks but like their most recent ones that they just like started putting out.
Mm.
Or sometimes I'll like send them a DM like, hey, like there's a few artists where I just send them DMs when I'm about to make a mix and like, hey, if you have anything that you've been working on and you want to send it over for me to like spin it into a mix, send it over and I'll download it, and they'll send me like a bunch of their like unreleased tracks that they just want me to throw in there.
That's
So I'm like,
dope.
okay, that's really cool. And then also I go on SoundCloud mixes a lot, like mixes by other DJs. And I pick out the songs that I like and I find out what they are and I just throw them into a mix myself too.
Nice. Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the SoundCloud like playlist. Um
Yeah.
I feel like Apple and Spotify kind of, it's more industry based and you can tell there's a lot of the same songs will pop up in the same playlist on those. Uh
Yeah.
I feel like SoundCloud you can really find people that you might not have heard of before, which I really like to do for sure.
Yeah. There's like a lot of DJs. I'm pretty sure a lot of DJs get their songs from Spotify. and
Yeah.
I hear that like over and over again, and I feel like it's different that I get mine from SoundCloud. And yeah, like you said, a lot of people haven't heard these songs before because no one's on SoundCloud anymore, even though there's like a bunch of stuff, new stuff every single day.
Yeah, for sure. And you said you're like kind of new to producing. What's
Uh-huh.
what's some of your favorite plugins that you've started using so far?
Serum. I love Serum. I haven't like, completely figured it out like 100%, but I love Serum. And I have been using this like LFO tool, and that's become one of my new favorites just to like mess around with so far too. I've really been liking plugins.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
know he's pretty popular. You know the DJ Moonboy? Like that kid?
Yeah.
Um
Uh-huh.
he releases like all these plugins and like presets for that he personally made, and I really like those. Those are crazy. I like maybe like a year ago I made like a remix for he was having like a little like remix competition, and so
Yeah.
now that I'm in his email list, he just like sends those like all the time, and they're dope. Like some of them like he gives you like little teasers and then you gotta like buy the pack or whatever, but
Uh-huh.
like that's something that kid started making me look into like presets of plugins because it's all for Serum, right?
Yeah.
So you just like grab like people's presets and then you have all these different like styles of different people like already preset, and then you can kind of like work off of their presets. It gives you like a little head start, you know?
Yeah, I do that already, but I have downloaded a sample pack, or not a sample pack, but like a preset pack, and it was inspired by Kaiwachi, which I really love him. So a lot of the sounds are like very like heavy bass. So I've been using those a lot too. But Moonboy, I actually learned how to make dubstep drums because of him, because he just has so many YouTube tutorials, which
Yeah.
really helped me.
Yeah, man, that kid, I was really impressed. Like, well, he's not even a kid anymore. I just remember seeing his tutorials years ago when he's like 16, 17 years old, you know? And
Yeah.
that he's always like, well, I'm a little bit older. To me, him and a few other people kind of like show me how it's happening now. You know what I'm saying? Like I never would have thought of let me just put out all these tutorials and be on Twitch and all the live stream stuff. He was kind of like ahead of the game on that, I feel like.
Yeah. And I mean, I really didn't start even seeing his videos until like I said maybe like a year, maybe even 2 years ago. I've known how to do dubstep, at least the drums, for like a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw his earlier videos more like recently, but yeah, he's probably like was way older after I already saw them.
Yeah, man. Do you feel
Yeah, but he's really good.
for sure? Do you feel like through all this stuff with COVID that it's really helped you with like your progression in producing? Like have you had a lot of time during COVID to work on your music?
Yes, I do feel like it definitely helped. It gave me like a lot of time to do a lot of stuff like behind the scenes. And yeah, so instead of like, DJing all these shows, I've been like trying to produce all this music. So it definitely helped like a lot of my skills and gave me like a lot more time to work specifically on that. It also gave me like a lot of time to work on like other things like live streams and like being in front of a green screen and like how to like make things work together, like OBS, which is like you live stream from that, I'm sure you know, off of like Twitch. And yeah, so it gave me more opportunity just to learn more things that I like wasn't using before. Like I was never live streaming before, now I'm doing it all the time. And yeah, I'm producing a lot more with like a lot more people and having a lot more people teach me things too.
Nice.
So yeah, just I've had a lot of time.
That's great. And do you feel like is there anything that you feel like you've learned like with COVID happening about life that's like not really so much about music?
um Honestly, yeah, just kind of like to slow down and like relax because I really haven't had that time in like a long time. I even like, okay, so I just graduated college too in spring. And well, I actually stopped in the fall, but I got my degree in the spring. But literally right after I stopped, like everything shut down. So not only was I not in school, but I couldn't do anything else, and it just gave me like a bunch of time and like freedom that I had never really had before to like, get the things that I want to done and do more things and work on more things that I want to, and actually just have like a big like break from not having to do anything.
Yeah, nice. What
Yeah.
um what did you get your degree in?
I got it in communications and marketing.
Awesome, that'll
Yeah.
come in handy with your music career.
Yeah, it really fits like everything I do.
Well, congratulations. Good
Thank
for you.
you.
I couldn't do school. I went for like 2.5 years and couldn't finish. I didn't like it.
Really? Yeah. Honestly, I probably would have dropped out because I don't really think I need my degree. But I had like 6 months left of school when I like even had that thought in my head. So I was like, I'm just gonna get it. So I got my degree and like I'm definitely not gonna use it for like a 9 to 5.
Yeah,
But I do feel like it helps with just, everything that I'm doing, like marketing and communications.
for sure, for sure. I feel like one of the biggest benefits of college that people kind of overlook is the networking of just like knowing all those people, when you leave high school, then you leave college, like you're not really in a setting where like even if you go to a small university, like a real small university will still probably have like 5,000 students, you know.
Yeah.
That's small. That's pretty small. And so it's like you don't get that in the workforce, you don't get that in adult life where you have like all these people around the same age as you like compact into one like community.
Yeah.
And I think that's important for any type of entrepreneurial business, like somebody trying to do music, like all that stuff, having that community that school brings.
Yeah. Honestly, okay, so I went to San Francisco State University, and that's a big school.
Yeah.
It has about 30,000 people in it. But I mean, they're not all there at one time, but it definitely is nice because there's so many things like going on, and there's so many people that are also like into the same things that I am. And it's just like super cool because I remember there would be times when I would like literally walk down the hallway just going to class, and I would see like a flyer for like a show that I was playing like on the wall with like my
That's
logo and stuff on it. And like I didn't hang that there, but that's cool. And
that's
like,
so dope.
yeah. After it was over, I would like go and like take it and like hang it up on my wall.
Nice. You
Yeah.
you've been playing you said you've been playing quite a bit of shows. Where's your favorite place to play?
I really don't have a favorite place to play. Like, honestly, I've been asked that a lot, and I feel like every place is different, but I really like them all the same. Like, I really like playing in San Francisco, but I don't have like a favorite place, but I know it usually brings like a lot of like the same crowd of people, even though it's huge. but then there's like also like the Sacramento scene, and it's kind of like the same thing there. But I also love playing at like festivals and in like scenic locations. Like I've played in like the middle of the forest and like the middle of a desert and like yeah. I like them all, but yeah, they're all so different.
So have you only played on the West Coast? Have you played out here on the East, in the East at all?
I haven't played on the East Coast, but I've played a lot of live streams since we've been in quarantine through like different I guess virtual raves on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I
That's
haven't actually physically been to the East Coast, but I've played like live stream shows with people over there.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been raving since you're 18. What's some of your favorite festivals?
I love EDC. I know that's like people say that's like basic, but I love it.
Yeah.
I've never been to Electric Forest, but I really want to go.
So
Um,
awesome. You gotta make it out.
what?
I said it's so awesome. You gotta make it out there for sure.
I know. I actually wanted to go to like all of the different festivals this year, but I mean, coronavirus happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but EDC, I love EDC, and I feel like just because it's so big, and I love like big events.
Yeah, for sure. Do you so have you ever thought about whenever, this your music career really takes off, um or even not, have you thought about going to Europe?
Oh yeah, definitely. I want to go to all over Europe. I wanted to actually travel to Europe this year, but again, coronavirus happened and I can't. But I mean, I want to travel there, you know, just to like see the world, but also like I want to go to Ibiza, and that sounds awesome. Yeah, this was supposed to be like the year that I traveled because I just graduated,
Yeah.
but it'll wait until next year or whenever we can again. I don't know when.
Yeah, I don't that's the one thing that's bothering me the most about the whole situation with COVID is not knowing when it's going to be over. Like I feel like if we knew when things were going to get better, it would be a lot easier to handle mentally, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I get real anxious, like it's like I want to do so many things and you don't know like if you should plan anything, or like you just kind of along for the ride.
yeah. Honestly, I just haven't planned anything. Yeah.
And do
Just
you,
I'm usually that way though. I don't really plan things too far in advance.
yeah. Yeah, I really wanted to go overseas a lot this year, and that just completely was ruined, obviously. But what's it like over there in California, with like the COVID restrictions and stuff? Are you guys opening back up?
Somewhat. They keep opening up and shutting down again, and it's like coming in waves. Um, they just started opening like the bars again, but you have to like wear a mask and you have to be seated outside, and they have to be serving food. It can't just be like a bar or like a concert. Um, they're doing drive-in raves, which I'm pretty sure a lot of places are, and we can go into the stores again. Mostly everything is open and like you're able to go inside. You just have to wear a mask.
Okay.
Yeah. Except for like fun things aren't open. Like you can't just go somewhere for fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they opened up the clubs here, but they made it to where you have to like reserve a table. So like
Yeah.
our our most famous, like some of our most famous like rave clubs that like now you're supposed to get a table and like go sit down there. These places are like rave until like 9 o'clock in the morning. It's not
Yeah.
a sit down type of place. So yeah, I'm not even bothering. I don't know. when I'll go out again, but I definitely can't wait.
Yeah, same. I can't wait until we can actually just have fun and like not wear a mask again and just actually be close together and like in a crowd.
Yeah, for sure. So, do you think you've been producing and you're working on some stuff? Do you think that you'll have like some of your own music out by 2021?
Yes, I'm hoping so because I keep working on it and I think it sounds great, but then I never think it's like good enough.
Mhm.
So I just keep working on it and I keep getting better and like new skills. But yes, I do definitely think I will have something out in 2021.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
You so do you feel like so what can we look forward to like up until that point? Are you gonna release any mixes? Do you have live streams coming up that you want to tell us about? What do you got going on for the rest of the year?
Yes. So, well, first of all, I do keep getting booked for like last minute live streams. I don't have any booked right now, but I they are like kind of more last minute. Also, I'm making like a bunch of mixes for my new mix series. I've made like 3 mixes so far, and it's called Karma. So there's
Yeah.
like Karma 1, Karma 2, and Karma 2.5. And then I'm gonna make a Karma 3, and then I also want to make a chill step mix because I've been really into just like going on drives, and I feel like it's kind of the right time with coronavirus. It's like really peaceful, it's beating winter, so it'll just be like really like vibes. That's just like my vibes right now. So I want to make a chill set mix. And also, I've been releasing a lot of mixes on like my Instagram TV. So you can just go through my feed and actually watch like a full set from me, like with video and everything. And I finally have direct audio to my phone, so you won't hear any like other sounds, and it's like good audio quality, so you can actually listen to it too. um but yeah, I've been doing more of those because I feel like they bring more of an audience than just a live stream where people can only see it at like a certain time. But these they can just watch whenever, and I can put visuals on them and stuff too. So I've just been like editing videos and like learning how to do all this cool stuff. So that's probably what you'll be seeing more of from me for like the rest of the year. Plus, like I've been posting a lot of like my progress in producing, so I'll make like a little clip of a song, and you'll definitely see it like on my Instagram stories or something.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
And, something that I'm really curious to ask you about. I don't get a chance to talk to many like dubstep female DJs, and
Uh-huh.
I was wanting to ask you what what your take is on being a female in this, so like male heavy industry. Do you feel like it helps you, it hurts you? Just, I wouldn't know, so could you just elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like it does help just because it makes me like stand out a little bit more. Like
Mm.
a lot of female DJs and producers will like, be top 40, or they'll like be playing house or like trance or something
Yeah.
pretty. But my stuff is like very dark and like dubstep and heavy, and like I'm so girly. So it's like so opposite, and I feel like there's not really like a lot of people that are like that. So it makes me stand out. And I feel like I do have kind of an audience because of that. But at the same time, whenever you stand out, it also brings some negativity. So I get like comments also that's just like, oh, she only can do that because she's pretty, or she can only do that because she's hot, or she's a girl and she uses her body to get what she wants. And I'm like, well, I'm not really doing any of that. I was just playing, and these are literally clothes that I would wear every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like being myself and like, like honestly, I'm just used to not everyone loving me, but like that's okay because there's always going to be people that like don't like you just because they just don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
could definitely
yeah.
see that.
What?
I just saying I could definitely see how that could be, you know. I feel like
Yeah.
people like to say a lot when they're not doing it themselves, but you know, they if they put themselves in your shoes, they would do the exact same thing, you know. You just want to be
Yeah.
yourself and play music, and that you shouldn't be, you know, like people are just haters basically. There's just gonna
Yeah.
be that.
Yeah, I feel like I do like have to like prove myself sometimes, but like when that situation comes, it's usually when I'm like about to go on stage or like about to start mixing, or they're like, "Hey, I want to come here and like B2B or something," and then I just start mixing, and they see that I can actually mix, and then I feel like that's when like a lot of people start like actually believing in me when they actually like see me mixing and I'm not just like pretending to mix or something like they think I am on my Instagram when I take pics next to my equipment or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. People think like dumb things sometimes, like, oh my god, her equipment is off, she's not mixing. But I'm like, well, I wasn't really trying to mix anyways. I was just taking a picture
Yeah.
next to my equipment that I bought.
Yeah, well, I know the way that I found out about you is through I think the sac based therapy. I think.
Yeah,
So
I
you
love them. Sock based
so you
therapy.
was
Those,
playing you was playing like I was well, like I said, I'm always looking for like new artists and stuff, and I
mhm.
seen like your name and your logo, and I didn't like know who that was, so I clicked on it, and this was a while ago. I think you had like a mix in your bio. I clicked on
Okay,
that,
yeah.
and so I seen your music first, right
Uh,
before your other page where you're doing more girly stuff and things. And I thought it was really interesting to like see from that point of view because it's basically the opposite of what you're saying of like I just seen like you weren't really like on very like girly on your like music Instagram. I
oh
didn't
yeah,
really like
definitely
see
not. Yeah,
I didn't really see much. Like I was looking for music, so I just oh here's a link. Oh shit, it's a girl. Click, right? And then I
yeah,
liked your mix and I just started following you and I didn't find your like other stuff until later. Like I just thought the music page was your Instagram. Like,
yeah.
you know,
So
so
I
that's
have
kind of cool.
things. I have a main page, and then I have a music page, and I have my modeling page, and then I have a weed page. But I actually made my music page just so it could be like a business page, and it's all just based off my music. It really has like the vibes of like what I want my music to be. I really like the color scheme of it. It's like black, pink, purple, and blue, which is great. It like really fits like literally everything. But I made that page because I didn't want people to think that I was using my body to get gigs. So I just made a completely separate music page, and I never really post any pictures of my body. Sometimes just like, my face, or if it is like a picture relevant to music, like me DJing,
Yeah.
then I'll post that too. But I definitely was aiming for that more to just be like a business page where I could get booked for shows, but like not based off of like my body or like my face or like, my other Instagram page or the other things that I do. I just wanted like a page solely on like music because I already had one for like modeling and all of my other ideas. So I thought it was best to do that.
Was a it is a good idea.
Thanks.
It definitely worked as far as the way that I found out about you.
I think
I
that's great.
Yeah, I took you
Yeah.
seriously right away because the music like spoke for itself. I like put on the mix and was enjoying it, and so I was like, okay,
Yay.
I'm gonna follow this girl.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, man. So,
And like honestly, with that page, it kind of worked in my favor too because Instagram knows that it's a niche for like, dubstep and bass music and DJs and like raves. So I feel like it promotes my stuff like mostly to the people that are into that and shows me that kind of content too, which makes it easier for people that are into that to find me. So yeah, it just really works.
yeah, for sure. Do you have any advice that you would give somebody that was starting to want to DJ and produce?
Yes, just keep going. Like honestly, you're gonna mess up a lot, but it's like normal. Everyone messes up. So you just have to like practice through it. And yeah, even I still make mistakes when I'm like DJing and you just have to like, learn how to cover it up and blow it off and just keep going and just learn from it and keep practicing because you can only really just get better. Same with producing though too. The more time you put into it, the better it's gonna come out because you can't just be perfect at first.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna wrap up with one more question. Doesn't really have anything to do with music. What are you most grateful for in your life?
Right now, I'm really grateful for literally everything, because I feel like I have so much that's just like kind of falling into place right now, and I'm really thankful for like the place that I live and like the family that I have and the friends that I have and like my boyfriend and like everyone's just supporting me, and I feel like I have a lot of freedom at the same time, so yeah, I'm very just thankful for like literally everything going on in my life right now.
That's great. I'm glad to hear it. I like to throw that question and to, get people to think about it because like not necessarily you answer like really quick, but it's really surprising how people really have to think about that question because they get wrapped up in their day-to-day life and just kind of
Yeah,
forget to be thankful for what they have, especially musicians where everybody's very goal oriented. They're always like trying to
yeah.
get better and better and looking to the future. So I feel like it's important that we always like look at what we do have and be grateful for that.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely try to think of things like positively every single day. So like when I wake up, before I even get on my phone or like do anything, check any emails, I will literally take my dog for a walk and I just kind of live, there's no one around me. I live in the country kind of. I have like property and I'll take him for a walk around it and I kind of just appreciate like all of nature and like where I'm at. So, and
That's,
then it's just like a really relaxing way to start the day. And I feel like, yeah, it kind of just makes you appreciate everything else too. And I learned to do that more throughout my day with like everything. It's
that's
good for your
awesome.
mental health.
Yeah, for sure. That's great. Well, thank you so much for coming and doing the interview. I really appreciate you, taking out the
Thanks.
time to do this.
Thanks for having me. It was fun. I really like doing these.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll get the article written up and I edit the video just a little bit and I'll send it your way before I post it. If you could send me the links of like what you would like to for me to promote, like post on the website.
Okay, for sure. I will do that.
All right, thank you again and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank
Mhm.
you. It was awesome talking to you.
For sure. Bye.
Bye.